Thank you. Chris, really to start with you, but it's a question for all of you. When we talk about this issue, Chris, I had a chance to ask you a while back about female predators and the fact that in your 20 years experience, you had not caught a single female predator. Do you think that that contributes to the false impression that this is a male-dominated problem only, that predators can only be men? And as an additional question to that, obviously we know that that is not true, that this is not just a male problem. We see female predators and teachers getting caught every day now. I just read about a story in Indiana where a mother was trying to sell her infant daughter to someone for $400, and she actually got a $100,000 bond. So the question is really for all of you, from NCMEC to law enforcement to prosecutors. I see a lot of female offenders that commit these acts are getting incredibly good deals, almost probation, if they're smiling at their mugshot when they go to jail or prison, if they even do to go to jail or prison. So when we talk about is there a profile, and the law enforcement panelist was talking about there's no profile. Really, I feel like there is a profile, that society feels that this is just a male problem. And so I'd like you all to speak to
I think that's a good point. I mean, what the therapists and the experts in this field have suggested to me is that when it comes to female predators, they don't like the anonymity that we see male predators like, meeting somebody who's a stranger online. They like to know their victim, and that's why we see these scenarios with the teacher-student. Having said that, I have never in my 44-year career have seen so many cases of female teachers getting caught in sexually exploiting male students. I think historically it's been looked at as a different sort of crime, which it shouldn't be. It's the same crime, right? And if you're the parent of a 14 or 15-year-old boy who's been sexually exploited, you know that because you have to put that back together. And it's a very difficult thing. Sometimes people look at it in our society as a schoolboy's dream, but that's still a crime. How often are you seeing this? And it is a trend that NCMEC is picking up on.
Well, and it's a great question too. Certainly you bring up the female teachers that we all see in the news all of the time. But you know, I would put money down that behind some of these dots that we're seeing right now are some women. Sadly, we have seen women who have produced child sexual abuse material. Sometimes it's to send to a man. But other times it's for their own sexual interests. And it is something that is not something that's talked about. It doesn't, I can't give a number. It's enough that we've seen it. It's enough that it's acknowledged by the researchers. You know, certainly it's predominantly male in the production. But it does make one wonder kind of what the mindset is for these type of offenders, separate than the relationship of the teacher and the kid in the school, different than the person who is creating material and sending it out to the internet.
Hey Chris, I'll tell you, the 250 online pedophiles I've been in prison over my career, 5 were women, the rest were all men, and those 5, 4 of the 5 knew their victims.
Why, Greg, do you think we're seeing more of these cases? Is it reporting? Is it awareness? Is there more of it going on? I've struggled to answer this question.
Why are we seeing more?
Women,
Oh,
specifically teachers and women in those positions. Why are we seeing more cases where they're being caught having illicit sexual liaison?
I think we're doing a better job of giving kids a voice to actually report when criminal activity is happening. And if they're not, their friends are. And kids are less afraid to move forward now, so we're seeing more arrests happen.